But are you free from those past and stories? It's time to put on boy pants and get over that. Especially if you have a family and kids of your own, they need more of you. They need more of you. Or maybe you have a community or a team. The freaking universe needs more of you. Not the version of you that's still stuck in your ass or stuck in your freaking childhood. You're 30, 40, 50 years old. You're still moaning about happened 30, 40, 50 years ago. When will you stop claiming daddy issues as your limiting factor? You are meant for a ton more than that.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me.
What's up, freaks? Welcome to another episode of the Steve Eckert Show. This week, we are going to be discussing my favorite F word. My favorite F word, and it might not be the word that you think it might be. We may use other F words in this episode a whole shit ton, but today we are going to discuss deep, in detail, my favorite F word in the English language. And it's actually the F word, which is our acronym for freak. The F word that's in that acronym for freak is what we're going to dive deep into today. We'll get into that in a moment. But first, I want to tell you that the Steve Eckert Show, this podcast is a show on how to flip the switch and have a no excuses, badass mindset, guiding you to adapt, overcome, and destroy the obstacles that are preventing your success, showing you how to operate to dominate in your mindset, your family, your fitness, and your business, so you can stop being a little bitch, get your shit together, and start living life on your own fucking terms, all while you create your own personal freak freedom lifestyle. And that might have just given away what that F word is right there. But this is all about transforming men and women from where they are to where they want to be, where they need to be, and where they fucking deserve to be. We're taking you from chaos to order in all areas of life. And listen, I yell at people for a living. I talk shit for a living. And some people will hate, but most can relate. But when it comes down to it, everyone needs an asshole like me in their life. So let's get down to it. Today we're going to discuss, again, like I told you, in deep detail, my favorite F word. It's the F in the acronym for freak. And we can break down the whole acronym on another episode. But the F word that I'm talking about is motherfucking freedom. Freedom. We're going to dive deep into freedom today. Freedom is all about being who the fuck you want to be. Being your freaking self. Not what anyone else wants you to be, not conforming to what social media tells you should be in this current day, and then tomorrow they tell you should be something else, or telling you what to think, or even telling you what your fucking gender is, or whatever else. Not what your parents or teachers or neighbors or friends or some fucking actor or football player or basketball player is telling you who to be or what to be or how to fucking think. Or an influencer, like an influencer. And I put that in quotation marks because what the fuck is an influencer? It's someone that has a phone and a microphone just like this, cannot tell you how to be. That is not freedom. We're going to go deep into this. And listen, your happiness, your focus, your motivation are all fueled by the freedom to be who you are, who the hell you really are. And listen, if you show me someone who is overwhelmed, stressed, has anxiety, is burned out, unhappy, unfulfilled, lacking fulfillment in their freaking life, and I guarantee you, they're having this one thing. They all have this one thing in common. You know what that is? They're overwhelmed, they're stressed, they're anxiety, they're lacking personal freedom. Their personal freak freedom, I like to call it. The freak freedom, because this is the next dimension, the next level of freedom. This is, there's no greater freedom than the freedom of just having self-discipline, self-expression, and having self-awareness of what's going on around you, about awareness about who the fuck you are, what you stand for, what your beliefs are. Like, this is freedom. But a quick side note before we go any further. If you're a little whiny little bitch that's just complaining all the time, gossiping and bullshitting and half-assing things in life, then absolutely do not be yourself. When we say the freedom to be yourself and self-expression, that's assuming you're not a fucking asshole. So if that's you, do not be yourself. You do not have the freedom to be yourself. You need to go fucking work on yourself behind closed doors and level the hell up, and then come on out and then be yourself when you're unfucked yourself. So how do you then demonstrate this freedom, this personal freedom? You know where it starts with? It starts with zero fucks. Now, this is a deep scientific term right there, zero fucks. I learned this in Harvard University. They have the law of the zero fucks. It's because basically, you know what? People care too much. They care so much and too much about what other people think about them, about how they look, the clothes they wear. Like, I get made fun of on the internet for my shirt sometimes. Like, I give a fuck if some dude doesn't like my shirt on the fucking internet. People give a shit about and start caring about and obsess over people complaining about how they look or the clothes they wear, their body image, the car they drive, what people say about them. Now, again, this is assuming you're not an asshole. And I'm going to tell you about this on the body image part or body shaming, whatever. Yeah, just be whoever you want to be yourself. But listen, if you're unhealthy and you're not taking care of yourself, you're not putting yourself as a high priority and you're fucking fat, then yeah, you need to do something about that. Get unfat. Like, don't just say, oh, I'm just fat and that's the way I'm meant to be and this and that. Yeah, I understand some people are overweight and they're in the process of losing it, but you can't just say, oh, that's just me. I'm just big-boned. I have a thyroid issue. You know, I think thyroid issue is like a made-up condition that's made up by some fat doctor that just said, oh, yeah, I can't find any other reason other than not exercising, not getting enough sleep, and shoving a whole bunch of shit in your pie hole. But let's just call it a thyroid issue. Yeah, let's call it a thyroid issue. If you're out of shape, get in fucking shape. If you're fat, get unfat. That's because I don't want it to be about, oh, just if you're unhealthy, that's just who I am and I should be just the way I want to be. No, that is not the freedom we're talking about. Not freedom to fucking go bury yourself in Twinkies and ho-hos. No, that is not what we're talking about. But let's get back on track before we start getting all crazy. Freedom is you looking, or lack of freedom, that lack of personal freedom we're talking about is when you're looking for acceptance or you're looking for followers or you're constantly looking approval seeking, like in a little attention whore. Just you put a post on social media and every 3 fucking minutes or 30 seconds, you're refreshing and swiping to refresh it to see how many likes did I have? Did I have more likes? Because that's going to make you feel good. It's giving you a little dopamine hit. And you feel good about yourself because you got some motherfucking likes on a post on the internet from a bunch of motherfucking strangers that don't mean shit, that don't give a shit if you're having a bad day. That is the opposite of freedom. That is the opposite of freedom. People that are wasting too much time giving a fuck about all this stupid shit that really doesn't freaking matter. And it just adds no real value to your life or benefit to you or any of your people around you. Like, how about this? Use that energy of what you're giving a fuck about. Like, you only have a certain amount of fucks to give. Like, use that energy, that fire, that passion, that stubborn discipline, that obsessed nature. Use it towards giving a fuck about the few things in life that actually freaking matter to you, the things that will get you closer to your goals, that to create success and make you overall fucking happy. Freedom, fulfillment, happiness, all go together. They all tie together. Yeah, you're learning from me, this bright ray of fucking sunshine, how to be a happy motherfucker in this world. Yes, that is freedom. I'm one of the happiest motherfuckers you'll ever meet. Because listen, I only have time and energy to give a certain amount of fucks per day. There's only a certain amount of fucks per day. There's only a certain amount of fucks you have to in a lifetime. Because that is time. And time is energy, and energy is fucking life. And those fucks you're giving is time, which is energy, which is your life. You're giving your life away. Think about that. That lack of freedom. When someone asks you to do something you don't want to do, or you shouldn't be doing, it's a waste of your time, or it's some fucking bullshit. Think about it. You think, all right, it's going to be a waste of time. I want you to stop thinking about the term waste of time. Start thinking, all right, that's a waste of energy. How about this? If I said time is energy and energy is life, how about this? Should I do this, or will that be a waste of my life? A waste of life. Then now we start getting into freedom. That's when we start getting to freedom. So don't waste your fucks on some stupid shit or stupid thoughts or bullshit expectations or lies and gossip and people that are not in line with your mission and vision and values and purpose. Wipe that shit out. Wipe that shit out. I've talked about it before. My daughter started wearing the 2 different color shoes because that's just what she wanted to do. And most people are like, oh, that kid's just weird, or they're going to think you're stupid. And I did say that in the beginning. And she's like, you know what? I don't care. It's what makes me happy. And now the whole family wears 2 different color shoes for that reason. For that freedom. The freedom to not give a fuck. Like, imagine that. If I'm already going out of the house, this ugly, bald, hairy, skinny white dude from New York with 2 different color shoes and some weird ass shirts. What more could someone possibly do or say to me? That is fucking freedom. If I'm already putting it out there about you putting it out there and being vulnerable about your childhood and all the fucked up things that you've been through or fucked up things you've done and mistakes you made and failures that you've had, you're impenetrable. You're bulletproof. That is freedom. What could someone really do to drag you down? This is the ultimate level of personal freedom, personal self-expression. This is how you have a good day every day and you don't let motherfuckers drag you down. This is what we're talking about. And just not giving a fuck it's a force. It is a powerful thing. It's like a superpower. You're literally invincible. Nothing can really phase you. Nothing can break your spirit. Nothing can break through that armor of yours because you simply don't give a fuck. It's like this and this happened. I don't care. So what? I'm fucking good. I'm fucking good. I am free, motherfucker. Freedom. Petty shit doesn't matter to you. It doesn't slow you down or drag you down. It's fucking nonsense. It might even fuel you. It might even speed you up. It might even fire you up to not give a fuck even more about the shit you shouldn't be wasting your time on. Listen, that's what productivity is. People think productivity is just getting more shit done or being more busy. Productivity is getting more shit done in more quality work, excellent work done in less time, so you have more time to do the shit you actually want to be doing, or more time to do more excellent quality work on the other side. That's what productivity is. That is a freedom when you could decipher that and weed out all the other bullshit. That's what we're talking about freedom. Listen, people are going to try to drag you down all the time. People are going to try to bring you down. My whole life, people have been trying to drag me down. Since I was a kid, since I was just the poor, skinny little kid from New York that wore my old baggy clothes of my brothers and never had cable TV. I didn't want to do drugs or smoke cigarettes with everyone else. And I had 0 friends and I never was invited to a birthday party. And I hated school because of it. School was fucking miserable because of it. And even to this day, people try to bring me down, try to discourage you. And I'm sure you could relate to this. They'll lie and cheat on your name, try to drag you down, tell you that you're not good enough, you're not fucking worth it. You could never gonna make it. You're never gonna make it. There's even a song that says that. You're never gonna fucking make it. They'll even prey on your failure. They're more interested in your failure than their own success. And you know when that comes around, you have to think, I don't give a fuck. That's where you need to approach that. If you know your goals and you know your values and your morals and your objectives and your mission and your purpose, and you're not half-assing stuff, then guess what? No half-ass, bitch-ass motherfucker is going to be able to drag you down and be able to get in your way or going to be able to slow you down or stop you from going after and getting what the fuck is yours. That's freedom. Stop waiting for your ship to come in. Go dive in the water, swim out, and overrun that motherfucker. Take that shit over. Like a motherfucking pirate without hesitation. That's freedom. Because listen, 80%, I use the 80-20 rule for everything. And percentages are arbitrary, but 80% of people waste their time, their energy, their emotion, and their fucking life on giving a fuck about things that are just a waste of their time and energy and life and just resources and emotions. How about you take all that same energy, focus on the 20% of your life that's actually worthy and deserving of you giving a fuck about. Don't waste your fucks. You can only fuck so much. You can't unfuck the fucks you've done. So stop giving away your fucks for free to motherfuckers that don't deserve it. That's just the first point of all this. Now, all right, let's talk about demonstrating this freak freedom. This freedom, my favorite F word, demonstrating this freak freedom. Like, you need to do what you want You just do what you want, what you need, and what you freaking deserve to do. That's freedom, not what other people want. We kind of touched on that in the beginning. Set your own goals, set your own dreams. Have a higher calling, a higher purpose. Not the ones that other people freaking set out for you. And I told you already, that's the F in the freak is freedom. Freedom to be your fucking self. Freedom to say, fuck them all. Freedom to not give a fuck. Freedom to say to hell with anyone, what anyone thinks of you, or at least not the people that don't matter. Make this very clear. There's the term, don't give a shit what anyone thinks about you, right? Or we're saying don't give a fuck, don't give a fuck. All right, you should not give a shit what the people that don't matter think about you, but you abso-fucking-lutely should give a fuck what certain people, the people that do matter, think of you. If that makes sense. That's freedom. And you are the freak that gets to decide and determine what category you put every single individual you meet. Freedom is just doing what makes you freaking happy. Freedom is living life on your own freaking terms, marching to the beat of your own drum. You are a unique freak. Of 8 billion people, there is one freak just like you. You have a motherfucking mind of your own. Live your life your way. Whatever makes you fucking happy. Live life on your own freaking terms. In the project, we have the F-bombs. They are family, fitness, finances, and faith. And when you kind of master all 4 of those, it leads to fulfillment. I think it goes even to a 6th F, which leads to freedom. Once you have mastered your family, your fitness, your finances, your faith, and you've achieved fulfillment in life, you are now fucking free. You are free. You have now taken your life to the next level. That's what freedom does. Get your mind in the correct state of consciousness, of being optimistic, being motivated, being disciplined, energetic, confident. Become the type of man your son wants to become. Become the type of man your daughter would want to marry. Because freedom is power. Freedom is motivation. Freedom is letting go of shit so you can grow. Let go. I just want to ask you this question. Are you free from your past? Are you free from the bullshit stories you keep telling yourself in your fucking head? Like, boo-hoo, poor little me. Mommy and daddy didn't give me enough attention. I was abandoned. You were a ghost. You were whatever. Shit, I'm telling you from experience, motherfucker. But are you free from those bullshit past and stories? It's time to put on your fucking big boy pants and get over that shit. Especially if you have a family and kids of your own, they need fucking more of you. They need more of you. Or maybe you have a community or a team. The freaking universe needs more of you. Not the version of you that's still stuck in the fucking past or stuck in your freaking childhood. You're damn 30, 40, 50 years old. You're still bitching and moaning about shit that happened 30, 40, 50 years ago. When will you stop claiming daddy issues as your limiting factor? You are meant for a fuck ton more than that. Listen, back when I was a personal trainer and I was doing sales, and I've mentioned this before, but it fits right here and it's worth mentioning again. I was doing a sales consultation, and this woman needed to lose like 50, 60 pounds. And she said she was struggling with her weight loss after her daughter. She had all this extra baby weight, just couldn't get rid of it. And at the time I had a son who was about 16 months old. I'm like, and hers was 14. So I'm like, oh yeah, my son's 16, she's 14. It's such a cool age. They're starting to walk and they're wobbly and they're like little drunk little aliens and they fall over and they wobble. She's like, no. My daughter's not 14 months. She's 14 years old, not 14 months. I said, bitch, you can't be claiming baby weight after 14 fucking years. Just like you can't be blaming daddy issues when you're fucking 30, 40, or 50. It's time to release that shit. It's time to let go and fucking grow. You have work to do, and that shit is no longer fucking serving you. Yeah, you might have need some kind of therapy or some other thing, but sometimes time is fucking therapy. Like, it's time to get over that shit. It's been fucking decades. Get over that shit. Be free from the bullshit, free from the past, free from the fear and the doubt of the future, free from the stress of right now. You stress things today, and you stress out, and you're all this regret from the past and fear and anxiety of the future, and you stressing of the present, and you fucking miss it. You're always in a constant search of what's next. That is not freedom. That is being captured. That is being a prisoner in your own fucking mind. You're in search of what's next, and guess what? You're going to miss what's next, because what's next is actually right now. Right now is what's fucking next. That's what's next. Not tomorrow, not fucking yesterday, right now. So you're constantly searching for it in this own little prison in your fucking head with these bullshit stories you're telling yourself. You're never going to find it. You will never find it because you're missing it over and over and over again because you're constantly fucking searching. You're locking yourself in this prison, preventing yourself from living in the motherfucking moment. Let yourself be fucking free to be present right now, right this minute while you're listening to this podcast. Be present to be free, to be present, to be aware with full attention and intention in this very motherfucking moment. What else matters more than right fucking now? Nothing else matters more than this minute, this moment, this thought, this feeling, this fucking second. Nothing. We'll plan for later. We'll think and brew and stew on what happened yesterday, and we'll plan for tomorrow. But right now, we need to dive into the motherfucking right now. That's freedom. You free yourself from the past. Free yourself from the fucking future. We'll deal with later when it gets here. We will deal with it with the same discipline and energy and confidence and action, the same way we're attacking the right now, the same way we dealt with it before in the past. So stop bullshitting, stop stressing stuff, stop making excuses. Stop using all these bullshit stories in your head to hold you back. This is freedom. This is the next level. This is the high level of freedom that we're talking about. You need to slow down so you can weaponize this moment, this minute. Make use of it. You cage yourself, and it's time to break fucking free. It's time for this level of freedom. You live in fear and doubt and procrastination and hesitation. Break free from that bullshit. Kill that voice. That voice in your head doesn't get a motherfucking vote. It doesn't get a vote. Kill the inner bitch. Unleash the beast. Unleash your freedom. Your personal freak freedom. Stop sitting on the fucking sidelines. Get in the fucking game. Get on the field. Get in the arena. That's freedom. Stepping the fuck up. Being bold. Taking risks. Make a motherfucking move. That is freedom. That's freedom to me. Just take action. Make a move. I have a saying, do anything, do something. There is always something you could do right now. Instead of just sitting and thinking about what else is there I can do with all this bullshit, wasted time and energy and wasting life. Do anything. Do something. Take action. There's always something you could do. Break free from your self-imposed shackles and the prison that you trap yourself in your fucking head. You've heard the saying, discipline is freedom. Fuck yeah, it is. Energy is freedom. Confidence is freedom. Taking action, maximum effort with a positive attitude is motherfucking freedom. Not taking shit too seriously is freedom. How about having some motherfucking fun? Fun is freedom. Fulfillment is freedom. Your fitness, your family, your finance, your faith, that is freedom. Learning to control your emotions, having some emotional discipline is freedom. Not giving a fuck about the things and people that don't matter is fucking freedom. Determining your own freedom lifestyle and bring it to reality, that is freedom. Freedom from the oppression of society or the oppression you give of yourself and putting yourself down and all this other stuff. That is freedom. Let's finish off with this. Take that freak flag, that freak freedom flag of who the fuck you are, what you stand for, what you're about, your unique freakness. Stamp that motherfucker in the ground. Let that freak banner wave high in the freaking sky. Attract like-minded freaks like yourself. Repel the douchebags you want nothing to do with that are not aligned with you. It doesn't make them bad people maybe necessarily, but they're just not on this same journey with you in freaking life. That is fucking freedom. That is freedom. That is the level of self-discipline, self-expression, and self-freedom that we're talking about. Tell me about I want to hear in the comments down below, what does freedom look like to you? What does freedom mean to you? We're just scratching the surface here. We're just getting down to the bare philosophical level of freedom here. But I want to hear in the comments, what does it mean to you? Freedom, baby. And this is part 1. Part 2 of this in the next episode is going to be about the freak freedom lifestyle. Now that we have freedom to be ourselves and have that freak freedom, we're going to talk about, all right, now how do we turn that into a freak freedom lifestyle? What does that look like? Freak freedom. I want to hear all about it. Listen, if this message resonates with you, if this clicks with you in your brain, if you're one of my freaks, when I wave that freak flag that is on board with this freak freedom lifestyle and this freak freedom message that we're talking about, make sure you like and share and subscribe, leave comments, send this to all your freak friends that need some more freedom in their lives, needs more freak freedom. And we will see you next time on the Steve Eckert podcast. And in case no one told you yet today, you are fucking awesome. No excuses.